niile mmụọ nọ na Biafra land mmụọ owu mmiri mmụọ gbanje bịanị 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 iko nsọ tụba ha iko nsọ nwanne tụba ha bịanị chefolemi bịanị bịanị lomi tụba na ihe mmụọ niile nọ na Biafra land bịanị ngwanị 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 akajọ ọfọ niile mmụọ gbanje niile mmụọ Biafra land niile ngwanị ngwanị bịanị 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 ndị ezumezu bịanị mmụọ nna nna ngwanị 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 bịanị bịanị ngwanị ndị ike bịanị bịanị akajọ ọfọ bịanị n'otu nzuzo bịanị unu niile bịanị bịanị ngwanị ise ngwanị orie afọ nkwọ ọdatani bịanị bịanị Nkechi Blessing n'eze Ebuka bịanị jụọ ya ajụjụ bịanị jụọ Nkechi Blessing n'eze Ebuka jụọ ya ajụjụ bịanị jụọ Mary Chika Ike jụọ ya ajụjụ bịanị jụọ Ugo 247 Ugo 247 jụọ ya ajụjụ bịanị jụọ Augustine Okonkwo ajụjụ jụọ ya ajụjụ bịanị jụọ Remi Juice ajụjụ jụọ ya ajụjụ ndị niile aka ha dị na ihe niile a na-aganị jụọ ha ajụjụ bịanị bịanị jụọ ha ajụjụ bịanị. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hanile, don't worry. Anyone that didn't call their name, anyone that did not call their name, they are included. Don't worry about it. They are among the others. Hanile no email. Hanile no email. Oh, Hanile no ya. Thank you, Umuchineke. I love you all. I'll see you later when this sacrifice will be made. Mbaga Traja complete. Kanga phone.
Hey. Ew, Chukwogo. Oge NKERE. Okwa gini. What is going on? Eh? What is this one, Oge? Oh, gini. Eh? Hey. My people. Oge NKERE, no one rest. In agree. What is all this, my people? What is really going on? Obatobi, what is going on in your absence? Hey, Oge NKERE, Owogene, eh? Oh my God. People, make we hear this man again. He don't come again. Make we hear him. Mbamba, make we hear him.
It's great to talk to the Biafran people for his speech. Thank you, our honorable APM, the man with swag. They were my APM from here.
Thank you, honorable Sonny Aparawa and all the media team. Special thanks to our leader. First and foremost, we remember our leader Akachukwu Di Ya. We also remember our leader, Philip Efiam. We remember them because they set up example that we follow. Because they open our eye to let us know the reason why we should be free. The reason why we are not part of Nigeria. Special greeting to our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is, we remember him. We are doing the needful here. What we are doing is what we prepare the terrorist country to release him. We also remember our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He's been called for questioning for the same reason. What reason is that, Biafra? We all need to ponder on this and ask ourselves a serious question. Ask yourself question. Why do they call our Prime Minister for question?
Hold on there. We already know the reason why. I told you last week. Say those they call the Southeast politicians, Undo Ohaneze, the governors, all the politicians, people like Abaribe and the rest of them, all of them, they came together. Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of Nnamdi Kanu, Uchechi Kanu, Uchechi. Hey, even the DOS, they all came together under one voice and they cooked up the story. They said Simon Ekpa was the killer of his people. That's a classic example of giving a dog a bad name just to hang it. Few days to the Biafra convention, and somehow they convinced some of you to do politics within the government, within the cabinet of Simon Ekpa. We know why they did what they did. Finland only helped to draw him into questioning, to create a vacuum so that you guys will now do what you are doing now. NKERE, you must learn to respect your superiors. In the government of Simon Ekpa, in the structure of Simon Ekpa, the first in command is Mazi Ekpa, Simon Njoko. The second in command is Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Rabweze. She is the Chief of Staff. And after her was a lineage of you all who are in the ministers. After the ministers, the next line in command are the deputy ministers. After them, you have those they call the reps from the different states, down to the bottom. NKERE, you went against the structure of Simon Ekpa. That is the problem. You went against your first superior in the hierarchy, in the structure, in the organogram. Your boss, your first boss, is and will remain Dr. Ngozi Rabweze. NKERE, we know why Simon Ekpa was called into questioning. It was to create a vacuum for the evil to step in and create commotion in the government of Simon Ekpa. We know why he was called in. We ain't stupid. NKERE, we know what is going on, but we thank God. In the hands of Dr. Ngozi Rabweze, we were able to redeclare Biafra on the 29th of December. And so far, so good. So far, so good. Let's continue.
After several attempts to assassinate him by the Nigerian Zoo terrorist country, they have sent assassin to Finland, not one, not two, not three. We appreciate all he's doing. We appreciate our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa for still standing strong, not giving up the fight. And we appreciate our BDF. All our forces. We appreciate all they are doing. And the enemy of Biafrans. This message is for you. What will it profit you if you bring your own people down?
What will it profit them to gain the whole world but lose Biafra? Hey, according to the story, between the serpent and Jesus, up in the mountain of the mount, where Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. And at the end, the serpent came and told Jesus, I know you are thirsty. I know you are hungry. My brother, let's continue. Let's continue. I'm loving this. Let's continue.
What will it profit the enemy of Biafra by castigating your own military force? Those that are protecting you, those that are protecting your land. Rather, you will regret it. I appreciate all the honorable ministers, admin, reps, and our fellow Biafrans. Thank you all, everyone that have stand in the path of the truth. This is a message for parents who the path of the truth. Just a few minutes ago, the first video that was played is about our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister made it clear. If the good man keep quiet, what will happen? Evil will strike. I was going through Twitter this morning. I saw a lot. Some of our own will be the one castigating the good man. Will be the one castigating those that are making things happen. Those that are actually fighting day and night to protect our land, to make sure we get our freedom. And these people that are castigating the good men, they don't bring nothing to the table.
Now, hold it there. You see, the problem with you is you are looking from a microscopic view. All you are looking at is men on ground, men on ground, men on ground. That's just a segment of Biafra. On the whole, we should be looking at running the government, looking at lobbying with the whole world, looking at drawing countries together, trying to entice them towards supporting and recognizing us, looking at developing Biafra, looking at listening to the yearnings of the people. Those are different segments we should be looking at. Okay, NKERE, all you are looking at is men on ground, men on ground, men on ground. Do you know why? Because in the previous government, in the Biafra Republic government in exile, you were the finance minister. And somehow, WOTOWOTO made sure that the money you were holding, you were the one responsible for putting money down for the men on ground. You were enticed. But in the absence of WOTOWOTO, you were called by your boss, your first boss, the deputy prime minister, who was then the chief of staff, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, called you to give account of your stewardship, to give account of the money left in the purse, to give account of all your expenditures, to give account of the revenue that will come into the government. You were the finance minister then, but you refuse to give account. Even when Obatobe was with us, we have heard from the secret meeting, the private meeting, that Obatobe called you to give account. He called all the ministers to give account. When they were giving their account, when it got to you, you told Obatobe you were driving to Washington. Oh my God. Because of that, you will not give account. On 2 occasions, he called upon you to give account of your stewardship, and you refused. Your prime minister called upon you. The prime minister of Biafra called upon you. All you could have done was to park somewhere on the hard shoulder of the road and give your account of stewardship. Okay, NKERE, that was a problem. The moment you refuse to give an account of how much is left or what you've been doing all this while with the money, there was a problem. And before you knew it, Obatobe was invited. And the next in command, Dr. Ngozora, she called upon you to give account of your stewardship. And before you knew it, all hell was broke loose. You refused to give account. Instead, you planned a coup in the government of Obatobe. And while you tried to vote yourself into power by going with those ones you've been paying all this while in the media and in the rest, they came together through the CRC, the so-called Conflict Resolution Council, a body that was designed to deal with conflicts between 2 officers, 2 staff members of the cabinet. Instead, you wanted to use the CRC to create a so-called election in the government of Simon Ekpa to make yourself king. You lied, that wasn't the case, but today you are dressing up in the attire of Obatobe. You dress like Obatobe. You want to look like Obatobe. You are fascinated about Obatobe. You want us to address you like Obatobe. Okay, NKERE. Ogene. What's all this? What's all this? What will you do when Obatobe comes out and supports the government of Dr. Ngozora? What will you do? That is the response we want to hear from you. Because I can smell you. I know your type. I know what you are up to. I know where this will end. When Obatobe comes out and support the government of Dr. Ngozora, you will be there and say he has been lied to. You will be there and say they have done him 419. You will say they have cajoled him. You will come with a song. Ife give me, ife give me, ife give me never time. Ife give me, oh, ife give me never time. You will declare yourself the leader of a new government. And you and your ministers that swore an oath, allegiance, and took office last night, they will form your cabinet and you will run a parallel government against Obatobe, against Biafra. Okay, NKERE, I know your type. Okay, NKERE, whatever you want to do, like Judas Iscariot in the Bible, go on and do it. We won't stop you. Do your best. Do your worst. But all I know, the God of Biafra is a living God. The God we serve is a just God. The God of Biafra has decreed that Biafra has come to stay. This is the last game of the Fulani Kabbalah. This is the last game, the last throw of the dice of the Kabbalah in Nigeria in a bid to keep Nigeria one. But I tell you, NKERE, you have failed. You have failed. You have failed. You may dress up like Simon Ekpa. You may wear the traditional attire like Simon Ekpa. You may put on suits like Simon Ekpa. But you are not Simon Ekpa. You can never be Simon Ekpa. And in the absence of Simon Ekpa, the one we love, the one we support, the one we shall follow the government of, is none other than Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. I rest my case. Okay, NKERE, we are waiting. Come and do your worst. We are waiting. We know how this game will end. Okay, NKERE. Okay, NKERE. Okay, NKERE. We are waiting for you. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why